Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Cherry. Today I'm going to talk about my graduation project, and I will talk about background, needs, design stage, and the overall stage. About background, what is rehabilitation openness? In the early days, in the early days is what we call release prisoner, and rehabilitation openness has more positive meanings to call them. So many people in prisons may face three main problems. It was housing insecurity, barriers to employment, challenge of social reintegration, and this can lead to homelessness or relocation to unstable, dangerous environments. And I was going to do a all-female transitional hostel because I saw that there is only one female hostel with only 10 best places, and there are 157 female rehabilities in Hong Kong. And I want to try to promote them with more places. And they are all 18 to 45 years old, and the staff was 25 to 65 years old, and the visitors can be all age. And I gratefully kept personal. And the first one we called Chloe, it was 19 years old, it was she is a student, and she, because of the drug field problem, and he released from prisons. She had no family support. And second is Suki, it was 31 years old. She was a karaoke shopkeeper, and she, because of fighting with others, and he released from prisons, he can't fight any job. And lastly was Annie, 22 years old. She was a housewife, and because of self-defense, and she released from prisons, she cannot find any job or house. So it was my psychology, and I was create a rehabilitation centers in situational space and adult space. And I was focused on rehabilitation space and adult space. This is the flow diagram, and the first floor, I was divided into two sides. Left-hand side is more public place, and the right-hand side is for rehabilitation living. It is more private. Then the site was Garden Bakery is in Central Hall. It has 7th floor. I took third floor and the fourth floor. And the reasons I chose a higher floor is that it is further away from the road and reduce the noise. And this is the existing plan of the building. And also the higher floor over wider views, it may get more sunlight coming and provide better feeling to live there. So it is the design strategy, and I put the public space in the left hand side, and the private space in the fourth floor. And the third floor will be busy and a bit noisy, so the dorm area will be putting fourth floor, and then it will be more quiet for living. So this is the final floor plan, and I design garden in the middle is because it can help reduce noise and provide negative emotions. Some green plants can provide relax and healing feeling. It was good for rehabilitation, mental health. And also it can connect and guide the way that people walk, because it is in the middle of the floor and you can go to different ways. You can walk inside and it seems like walk in the forest. And the classroom and activities room can open up to a more bigger room so they can have more people learning or having activities together. And this is about the dorm area and the library and the bathroom. This is the elevations of the front and the back wheels. Left and the right wheels. Then this is the section of the garden and the canteen sides. They can sit and at the canteen and eating. They can watch the indoor view or outdoor view. And this is in the dorm area. This was a big room, and I divide into two small rooms. It can have 4 people, and I put a sliding door in the middle, so when they want to talk with each other or something else, they can open up the door, and the place will be more wider. This about the feature wall, I chose behind the lift because when you go inside, you may pass by this way, or when you walk to canteen, you may see it in front of your eyes, and also it most 2 floor or 4, it can connect with the garden and increase visual impact. There is some specific perspective of the garden, and this is the seeing in the top to the floor. And this is a three-dimensional.
Maybe all. Okay. Question. On the question. Will be first.
So what is the it's a thing. Yeah, I asked her
Something else then? Is it where we were? Any comment? Design.
I think even if you didn't have time to design anything, you would have some already made predicted for you. If you maybe to give a better show how it's
Okay, anything? Will reply. Noted. Ready?
viewers and
why 3, 4, so top line is yeah, not series rest 2, 4. So why still have top line?
Is the is talking about which one plan?
The scale of
But it's in the second book also. So the discussion is why we also have this thing in the second book being done.
we'll get to that.
Any comments, any suggestion? What she should work next?
I see. This is material because the picture is too wide, not anything.
Which one? Let's say
The place was student. The 3D.
3D space. Okay, here we go there. If you look at my preference, then empty, right? So agree. So what you mean is in fact, what you first of what are you doing?
The furniture and the materials. That
Furniture at Nashville. Relation, some detail, visual details. All right. All right. Yeah, I think both of them pointed out. I think you also make this question, right? A good question that in a space what you have done, but then the furniture, putting the furniture. Understand? So this one or everywhere, like we need to do something spatial. So first part is done, that is programming, right? So you have a second part that is you also working with the 3D space, the particle, right? So that is done. But now everything is architectural. And if I do in my architecture project, I live here is okay. Understand? Architecture project, building down from a zero space to a building. But if you are an interior designer, you have to finish in the scheme. Final look. Understood? So architect leave the shell like this. Shell means the base and container. The interior designer have to go to the final look. Yeah, up to each and every detail. The job begins for you now. So you don't have the development log, right? You have the model, you have a floor plan. I think the floor plan is done in detail. Something like for fine tuning. And then you make some 3D space. I think the same situation as Mana does some rendering also. But this is the beginning of the interior for both of these things. Understand? So you make this space, architectural part is done, now interior part. So have to be finished. Right? Okay. Now in the back history, you talked about the background, I think clear how you presented the user, I think it makes sense actually, people can understand, but use something a little bit more visuals, more and more visual. I think same as Mana gave the issues like only text you can see some key points. So it's a presentation technique kind of thing, right? You also did not talk about the mind with the mind management. This was your question. So we make two questions. So if there is something very basic important questions, you need to also look at yourself. Very important question. I think you are the first one. I hear something about the site. I didn't hear from Betty anything about the site analysis. From Manakos, nothing about the site analysis. This is very important part of the design. Site makes you different than other design. You understand? You're a space designer, a spatial designer. So you should talk about the site, how does it guide you? And I talked last time that one of the strategic points is the site. Got it? So, but there are small things you can talk about for the site. That I think is a little bit jump out at me. So you need to talk in detail about that. I think it's more general for all common problem I can see. So I think I need to talk it together. Now something about the design issue. If you go to the floor plan, maybe first, something that you talked about, the question was about the beam line, right? Now it's maybe a working drawing class issue or drafting class issue. When you give the dash line, you are showing a beam. First thing, when you have a dash line, means and more size way. Is it only about the height cabinet or anything else? Your height cabinet is one of the examples, but when we give dash line, do you see dash line in a like this is not a height cabinet, but it's still okay to a dash. So when we give a dash. No, you're in the final year, almost going to be graduated within the industry because you don't know the basic rule about the something. So dash line, when something is there is a dash line. When you have a simple line, then you have a so you know there's different lines meaning, right? This one and this one, you know that. Forgot to get already in last 2 weeks, after 3 weeks, this is working on. You know the meaning of this different line. I think that's right. Any answer, any response? Do you know like what is the meaning of this different kind of line thickness or line weight? You know that? You know, very manual. Not you need to go back to year one, study the drafting again, doing this, the article class, and then come back again. I talked last week and before also about this one. During the briefing for assignment 3, I will ask you to read and respond, explain in detail. Do you know what is the meaning of different lines? You know, right? How about Betty? How about Manal?
We use slightly different lines of different.
Yes.
And depending on the scale, your line is the scale.
Yeah, medium one or the thick one is section, right? This one. And medium one for how about this one? Very. So that what is the use of these two? Section is right. So that's the one thing clearly. Then the second and the third, of course, here also with that depending on the section, the scale. But then I'm just in general, I'm thinking there are 3 line thickness in general, right? Whatever you draw, you need to one. So what is the thick one? What is the middle one? What is the very thick? Right. And how about this? Okay, maybe basic. Floor line, also elevation. Yeah, there is also elevation. You see something on the floor. What is the number 3? Good. Detail. So any kind of extra things you want to show, there is not the line elevation, right? So remember, there are basically 2 lines exist. One is either section, you cut it, or elevation, you're seeing it without touching it. But the number 3 is anything extra you want to add, like a little bit of add, some dimension or some little bit detail of that. So this is making visual. We're basically reading this. This is the elevation which is I'm seeing inside or I'm seeing the concept. There are some micro variations, but all right, so these are the way, but then what is the dash line? In a plan also, if you look down, you see elevation, right? The floor as it says, basically number 2. If you cut it and look inside, you are looking at the number 1, right? But all the straight line, this is the line, continuous line, right? No break is one thing. But then when you see dash line, symbol is something you don't see, it's over your head. In the plan, you look down, in the section, you're looking in some direction, right? Or elevation, but something you want to talk about that is not what you're looking at, it's behind it. So it's more like a reference line, right? So this dash line might be something is over the head, it's not here, you're looking at the plan, but I want to say something differently. So if I'm sitting here, I have an umbrella on my head. And I'm sitting with a table here. So you will see me that I have a table and then the umbrella is here, right? Dash line, because it's not in the plan, it's over. But it's give a sense of you are under something. So that's what we're talking about, right? Now here, back to here, we give the dash line to talk about and sometimes also you have some dash line to talk about some references, other references that you don't want to show here directly. Say, for example, in drafting, you sometimes show a sofa in your drafting that is like it's the elevation, sofa elevation. Why you put it in the dash line? Because in my drawing, it's a working drawing. I don't want to show the sofa right here because who's going to make something is not going to make the sofa. But if I just draw a dash line because I understand that it's a side of the sofa, I'm going to put it here. Another example, for example, you make a feature wall, right? You are showing each and every detail that feature wall will do. Like these are my design for the boot, right? So this is the drawing. We follow the how many exactly. Then we need one thing. We put a dash line here. What is this? The TV will be here. Okay, so that my power should be here. So you put a dash line to give a reference that when you're designing, remember the TV is actually here. The use of dash line. It's not about like something about the identity, it's something you could put a TV drawing to, but it will confuse the makeup. Okay? What is this line? Okay. So you put the dash line, especially in the working drawing, you see like that. A lot of that. Understand? So that's the same thing. Now here, we're trying to put the dash line for the beam. I think it's fine, but I think it's a little bit of wrong use actually, how you put it. First thing, not about the drafting. I'm talking about first thing I talk about like the beam. Okay. Say when you have a beam, I don't know like there's supposed to be a beam here. You can do you have the drawings, beam drawings existing side of beam drawing of this building? Or maybe from this model. Okay. So supposed to be there is a beam missing or not. And look at here, for example, the beam cannot suddenly stop here. It's supposed to continue until that. And we really want to show the beam. But when you show the beam, actually, careful first. I think here is the most important thing was this dash line that I told you last time. Can somebody tell me why this dash line is important?
Bring on the top. So bring on the top.
Yes. So what is that? Something. Can you go to next page? Right. So, oh sorry, I'm wrong with the wrong space. So you have that void, okay? Upstairs. So that's when you look at the, is this the void line? They are the same step. This is your void line, is it? So you make the reference from the void line. Just drawing quickly. So can you go back to this? It's going to change. That's why. Anyway, so that line actually should be the dash line. I mean, the same line actually come down. So when you're working on the level one, you know that how much space is over the level two because that matches a lot with the planning. So dash line is the first one. Now, when you have this dash line over the head, this is actually the open space. And after that, I think this we no need to show because this is like you can show or don't show doesn't matter because it's under the floor like this, unless you have something to talk about it. But you have to show the beam over here on this dash line to go like this. This beam you can see because it comes out. It's not a void, but there's a beam running in the middle. That's why we are showing the beam actually because you have to design for it. So I'm not sure that there is another beam running like this. And here's a wide over here. I think that's also important reference. How you do this there. So two voids. So the final loop would be like this. It's like this. I mean, you have actually another problem in the beam age of the beam. This is like your A vector. So this is one void. And you see that there is a strange corner created. Should you keep it or actually non it? Normally non-directly. So you void should be slightly jump in like this. It's not a big problem. If the beam is here, I'm not sure is it here. It's all dash line. That's the like empty space what I now you have a column already here that is the section one, right? Existing column with man, with and dark or whatever. This is on the floor that you are designing right now. Now remember this deadline can be very thin, it can only to be stronger. So clear is it? You spend time. So how much you can see is basically something running in the middle. Okay, you can see that like that. And you put it because of the design purpose. So that's why it is so that this corner is certainly feel that is unnecessary or how to deal here because the stair location is slightly problem for chairing. So you need to adjust. The landing is on the beam actually. So if you have a landing here and there's a beam here, so it will be a problem, right? I mean, maybe there will not have height. So you need to push a little bit down to clear out the space. Right. Now, I think the plan is pretty much there. I mean, last time we discussed, and also good to see that you have the dorm already done, right? So just a very small fine tuning to the things. What are these two rooms?
Server room and storage.
Server and storage. And you can just follow the column here. So it's fine. Or if you can, I mean, I think normally this kind of situation, other than the counter, the reception here, I mean, it could be a counter or something. Could be a small counter, like sometimes you need to subscribe or like, I mean, you need to pay the fees, right? If you are talking about the people who live near the monthly rent, right? Or something. So office counter, right? You need a counter there. So is it the receptionist doing the job or you can combine it? Or you can slightly fine tuning, like your reception can go behind it so that in server room, one of them might be need to go slightly different places. Or they both can switch in the other side. And then you have just one counter that with all that maybe two persons like our central counter, you know that when you go to the temple, right? You understand? So like two people sitting is basically a counter. And why it's important because you see that they always go to the back of this, right? Something you need to if they don't have it, they go to the back of this. So you need a really very strong connection to the back of this. So you can just split the whole thing if you want. And that also solve the purpose. But only one thing is if you have a counter here, you need a little bit of back so that they cannot see that behind too much. Anyway, so it's a minor thing. All right, so now let's go to the 3D space actually. back one step back. Okay, I think this also you've already done detailed, but have you done any 3D for this? How much is played? Have you done any 3D for this? So I think last time I talked with you, you can still see that it's better than before, but it is still a little bit of narrow space, right? Compared to the anyone else, so these two guys will be in the very narrow kind of space. So one thing can save them if you have a big window, but he don't have a big window, so that's a problem. He's really close. There is no window to them. So what is the solution? I think why not you but you need to know that these are pretty times in price. You need to push the whole thing, the wall to the wall, and then you open up another thing. And if you push this whole thing into this wall, right, you see what happens. You need to push this thing to the wall. So that means very last one don't have two beds, only one bed is let's see that if it can be better. Or only the problem I think the last one is quite it's small. It's very small. Now the partition you put like this way, is fine. Or you can also think there might be something already divided actually. So you created another problem. Or it's like the more like hospital. If it's like say there is something that every bed or the front of the bed actually is a column already. So if you have a slide or at least the carpet, right? Then or you design something like folding things or something, then this can actually already divide this space without disturbing the common area. And it becomes even smaller, right? Than you are so see if any rather than dividing into two big rooms. Those two big rooms have some circulation problem. This is a common thing, right? So they cannot go there, they cannot go to the door. And so the common area is being sacrificed. And the second thing is here you create another small area. That's the problem because of this kind of issue. But I think you already created three different big rooms, right? So no need to subdivide them. Whether you can have this kind of shop particular price or just pattern. Like you still can hear, but it's just like the hospital situation. Like pattern is they didn't have privacy, voice and other things that's still there. Or you can argue in another way that the privacy is a very important matter. Like say they need to talk to their family anytime. So then you can create some space like those you have a lot of common areas where you can create small groups to talk phone group many things. Or like I mean personally working or doing something like that. That can work with it's some privacy issue. You really need to talk a long time with your families and go find a month. I think Mahil also at the beginning was this idea. The single person call, small call. So office also have this one. So here we can create because your target group is slightly different. They all have families and something they're more mature, right? It might be they need to talk sometimes about the situation, they need isolation or something. So they need some privacy. So this kind of groups they can use. It's more like a dorm kind of situation. But anyway, these are already quite something to talk long ago. But once you have designed anything so common. Next, you feature area like that. Say, yeah. So I don't know like what to say, but I think we finish. Then we can talk about it. Next, any space, right? So why not you are doing something for the entrance area, like especially this area is a fast food, right? This whole corner and it's in city. And also your restaurant is a very strong element, right? we also have a kind of like a small open space. Then quite would be nice if you're looking towards. So there are plenty of spaces. In the Portland, I think when you get some more times, you can need to do something in this corner. It's more like a social corner. But at this moment, the first priority is the 3D space. Understand? The 3D space, I mean, room scale. Here, so this is the main things, the restaurant that is on there, how they look like similar spaces. So in summary, the thing is still incomplete. Strong side is the program is quite comprehensive, very detailed, but without color material. There is a program. I think the spaces are also quite make sense. I mean, there is a scale was there. Only one space I need to talk about. Can you go to the program one? Only one space I think there is scale problem is 2 classrooms. It's not could be even better. Understood. Right now, for example, see the problem here. Why this is sliding out? Why this should sliding out suddenly? We zoom into that a little bit maybe here. The control class is see that happened. There's a fallout, right? And where is the partition? This thing is a partition thing. But your column is here. So next time when you have a partition, there is a strange space here. This kind of micro space is very important for as interior design. And especially context space like Hong Kong, every inch is counts, every centimeter counts. So you see that this is what we are creating. If you do like that, why not? The divider is like here. Then you even have to be like, you have 2 groups of these already there, right? There are 2 walls and you close it rather than one big thing. Understand? Number 1. But number 2, another tricky things. We also have another column over here, right? So suddenly he is actually coming out of the line. You see the problem, right? The pleasant problem. It's a little bit disturbing in the classroom with very regular and suddenly one guy is sitting in the middle of the podium. Like that. Then take it out and be like we did in the right hand side. But then this may not be the helping you much. I think it's best to be follow the regular space and solve based on that. That's why you guys work on the 302. How it could be like or very tight situation, you find some room like this in Hong Kong, some classroom, right? They are not designed. Understood. So solve it. Do you see any difference between? I mean, it's really strange. I mean, you have another column in the middle, and then who are there? What are they doing behind the column? That means it's not the best choice how you are dividing the group. Okay. So it's very simple. That's why I asked you in the site analysis. What is the configuration of this space? The shape and the scale of this space, because that tells you how to divide the space. So here you should actually divide something straight away. These are the 3 lines, right? I mean, something you can do is within that. So how much space you get for 1 class and 2 class, whatever the sitting arrangement should be about that. Now, if you are not happy that this is not enough space for like say 3 rows or 2 rows or 2 columns or 3 columns, then you need to find a different way to work. don't put a column in the middle of the. I mean, you can find it's not impossible, but it's not designed. Are you sure there are so many columns here? Have you checked it? So it seems like very close. There are too many columns for this. Check the drawing. I don't think there should be so many columns. It's like very random here, and you don't have a matching between this column and this column is suddenly jumping out, and then suddenly this distance and this distance. That might be different, but the column size is same, but the distance is not same. Check it. Now, if this is a scenario like that, then I think you need to change the planning. For example, in that case, maybe one room goes like this way, another room stay like this, rather than try to go this way. Understand? Or vice versa, like if the back side is quite smaller. I mean, one room takes like this, another room takes like this, and then you put something in common in the middle. This column has to be these two columns are need to divide. Yeah, I think there are too many columns to draw. The mistake is that's the final. But you got the main message is that how to divide the space based on the columns in the wall. So otherwise, I think other parts is quite reasonable, like how you put the restaurant, how you put the office is quite clear. And sometimes if you have a column in the middle, you can divide it, you can use it as a cabinet or something like this kind of space in between the column. Don't like try to put the furniture, but more like a divide the space. So use that as a niche for the corners. All right, so I think the floor plan and zoning wise, it makes sense that but you need to go to the 3D definitions. Nothing more I can say. But the work is incomplete. If you go strongly up with this work in the DCC, it will not be a crossing mark. But then people have said, I mean, can see this space, right? You can see the environment. You can have done the floor plan, yes. Some project also done before, but that thing is done on the side of the condition. In future, maybe some projects like quick projects, we also only do the program and then go on the side and then make it. You don't need to present everything, but that is the finishing project, right? But anyway, so the requirement is to have the visuals. We are not going to construct it right now, so we don't know how it looks like. It's only you presentation. So finishing. If you do stay like here, it will not be simple. But I think it has all the things that are ready now. You have the 3D space in the hand, you have the floor plan, only just fine tune this area and focus all about to finish the space. And don't forget the story. I didn't hear any concept, any kind of storyline. Now we need the storyline very much to make the 3D space see the characteristics, understanding. So it's not just functional things, it's also a storytelling of the space. And that is another missing function.